Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And this article comes to you guys from Verizon's News Center. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So, record-breaking data usage for NFL kickoff weekend fueled by fan demand. So, Verizon, huge NFL partner. They're deploying more millimeter wave across the stadiums. I just saw a post earlier this morning that Verizon is active at the Buffalo Bills stadium deploying millimeter wave. So they're getting to it across all stadiums, and competition is here, right? That's the main point of this video. Competition is here across the board, whether it's at the NFL stadiums, whether it's fiber. Competition is here across the board. Wireless will be wireless, right? I'm not going to downplay wireless for anyone. They're all going to compete there. They all have an obligation to continue to drive more capacity. And hopefully the FCC does their job on further creating spectrum auctions and freeing up spectrum for the carriers to purchase. So that will always be there, right? And T-Mobile will probably be the most aggressive as it pertains to wireless still in terms of that pure wireless play, because they still have so many segments that they're under indexed in that they can grow into. Verizon and AT&T are mostly saturated, so not much for them to grab on wireless. Now, fiber, there's huge competition there. Verizon has showed us and told us that they clearly like the owner's economics. So they say, look, we'd rather purchase, and Hans said that on CNBC, we'd rather buy fiber because it's quicker and cheaper. He said deploying fiber organically is more expensive and takes longer versus buying, right? AT&T recently announced they think of it a different way. They'd rather organically build and then partner up for open access. That's their strategy. Verizon, they told us publicly they don't really like that open access model. They'd rather own the fiber themselves. So they showed us with the fiber, with the Frontier deal, that they want to own and operate. And according to the numbers that they studied and that they analyzed, it's cheaper that way for them. So maybe, right? Who knows? We'll see. Maybe AT&T strategy is more expensive. It's very possible. Stanky told us at the Goldman Sachs conference that his CapEx will be elevated. It'll be lower than what they peaked at, but it will be elevated versus normal levels. Verizon is just they're adding more debt. And yes, it'll be accretive day one, but they have some integration costs that they will have to go through at least for the first year. So we won't see the full benefits of the improvements on the balance sheet until after that year. And they made that very clear as well. So competition is here, right? T-Mobile is doing their thing. We will hear from them September 18th. I feel they're going to be more focused on wireless. I think they doubled down on wireless. Verizon and AT&T are going to go after it on fiber. That seems to be where the competition is heading. They're all still going to compete for wireless, right? They're going to swap back and forth. T-Mobile is probably going to grow the most still. Not probably, but they will grow the most. They've been growing the most, so that will still be the case. And they're the fiber play, right? T-Mobile will get involved in that in some fashion, but they're going to stick with the open access. They told us capital light. I know it's going to add up to multiple billions, but that's still the model that T-Mobile is going to choose. They're not heading in the owning and operation direction. So Verizon, great start to the NFL season. Lots of demand for the network, and Verizon is continuing to deliver. So let's take a brief look here. So total weekend usage equivalent to 172,000 hours of streaming, Saints versus Panthers, for the data win. So lots of spectrum deployed. Customers are making use of it, no problem, and Verizon is deploying it. So let me know your thoughts on the competition piece. Let me know if you think that's where competition is heading. Let us know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.